Welcome to a new podcast, soon to be the coolest geek podcast on the internet for anime and gaming content. My first ever guest will be none other than Fallout and Elder Scrolls sensation for Let's Plays, gameplays. What even do you do, Wilburgur?
I don't know, dude. I'm waiting for everyone to wake up and, realize that I just make complete garbage. Or maybe that's why they like me. Maybe they're into the garbage.
Yeah. Man, honestly, your channel has grown so much in the last
Thanks, man.
3 years. I remember watching you. Maybe just talk about what it's like to grow so much, that feeling.
Yeah, I don't know. Dude, I've been doing it for so fucking long.
Like, how long have you been doing YouTube since?
A long
10
time.
Years?
Yeah, not 10 years. 2013, so 6 years. And that's that's fat. And if it doesn't, honestly, anyone can do it. You've just got to be willing to give up 6 years. I don't think there's anything honestly special about what I do. I just the special thing is that perseverance. I think a lot of people, get real jobs and then they stop. So
like me. But your first big push was 2016.
Yeah, I have to thank
Maxmoefoe. Yeah,
Maxmoefoe. Yeah, I went to LA with him in 2015. I went to E3, and he sort of just helped me understand what the game is like.
Yeah.
Because there are really talented people out there who make great content from the start, and they're really brilliant people. But for most people, you've sort of got to play what the industry expects. You got to play the game.
Yeah.
I didn't really know that shit, so he kind of introduced me to that. Luckily,
but your major break was with Autism Cat.
Yes.
What, in 2017?
Yeah,
and
correct, yeah.
You exponentially grew on YouTube compared to after Max put you on.
So I just decided to be grossly offensive.
Yeah.
And people liked that. No, I had fun playing Oblivion. It's a great game.
What was just that sensation like, knowing that you were growing at an amazing rate, getting 100,000 subs each year, that you could actually do this for a living?
No, it's good, but it was kind of relief because I was at that point where I was getting older. I think I was I was 22, 23. And I had 10k subs, and I was oh fuck, I have to get a real job. I was working at a shitty job in retail, and I wanted to, I didn't have a higher education. So when it finally started happening, I was cool, I can finally do something that I love. So it wasn't I think it would have meant a lot more to me when I was young and full of ego and hopefully I am still young, but now I think of it as I'm a little bit older, and it's different.
But what was your sensation for doing Fallout and Elder Scrolls content mainly on your channel? Has that always been the games that you have enjoyed the most, or your favourite games?
There's some of the games that I enjoy the most. And I think it's that, finding that medium. The games that I don't enjoy never do well. But then some of the games that I do enjoy don't do well. And I think it's finding the games that I have fun playing, but also it works with an audience. And for me, I think creating ridiculous characters worked well for an audience, luckily. Yeah, thank God.
No, it definitely has worked well.
Yeah.
Your fan base.
Thanks, man.
You need obviously uploading more regularly, but every time you upload...
No, this is... I'm taking a break right now. That's why I'm so happy to be here.
No, but every time you upload, though, you get 50,000, 100,000 views in the first, 12 hours, which is... your channel, even though you're not following the usual YouTube formula of uploading every day to get constant growth, you're still finding a formula that works for you, and you still get views.
Yeah, I think. I care more about the video, even though I just do fucking YouTube Let's Plays.
Yeah.
I do care that it works, and I'm guilty of unlisting or deleting videos that don't work, that you probably wouldn't even hear about. that like I've tried. Like I remember I tried to do like a Game of Thrones analysis, and that just like was such a misread because I'm obsessive about that shit, and that's why I'm here today because you share that autistic passion
analyzing content
for for a lot of media, and I think that's a rare thing, and I think it's fun. But you have to like be super careful to like distance yourself from stupid fan bases. But
definitely. Yeah. But there's a lot of great sides to fan bases.
Yeah,
fandoms.
Are you talking about porn? Are you talking about like crazy?
Nah, just like Hunter x Hunter and.
Oh yeah, can we talk about Dead Yamcha?
Yeah.
Can we talk about? Tell me about this leak that happened.
So DBZ leak. There's been allegations against Vic Mignogna, who has been the voice actor of Broly from Dragon Ball Z, Edward Elric from Full Metal Alchemist, a lot of the Funimation cast, Monoric Riol or something, who voice acts Bulma, Sean Schemmel, who voice act Goku, and Chris Sabat, who voices Vegeta, came out against him, and he got fired for a jelly bean joke about Monica. So, and this was right when the Broly movie came out.
This is what people talk. See, I don't know about this. I just know about Yamcha getting sodomized. Yeah. I just know about the audio, which was funny to me. But
so, Vic was getting sexual harassment claims, saying people at Funimation were saying that he's a racist and a rapist, and then he got fired. He lost his job, and then
how long ago was this? This
was I think March or April of last year. This year. But I think he hired a legal team, and one of the lawyers has a YouTube channel as well. And they were getting discovery documents, affidavits, and a few of the documents were audio files that Vic somehow got. I don't know how that was, but that came out Friday night here in Australia.
I didn't know all this, God.
Because it came,
I suppose,
in the anime community.
It's probably reading more into shit.
Yeah, so none of the claims that objectively have come out have not been successful against Vic at this stage.
So do you know when the suits are?
Apparently it's in the next couple of months, very soon. Yeah. But if you've seen the audio leaks, they're very easily accessible on YouTube.
Oh, to me, they're funny.
They are funny, but you can't do that for a company such as Funimation, because they're using copyright material, the music and the voices, licensing with Funimation and Toei, which own the property.
What my thoughts are, like, imagine all the shit you don't know. Like, imagine, someone, like, in any animation studio anywhere, like, all the recordings, the shit that people say, especially when you have a team, like a family, like after years, to me, they would have been working. Of course, that would happen
for nearly 20 years.
Yeah, like
at Funimation, to me, the old pioneer days.
Yeah, I think of like The Simpsons. Like I don't, like obviously I have no idea, and it's probably not the case, but I feel like there very well could be some crazy shit that they've said. But to me, I don't judge them on that. I think that's part of the process.
It's
not to be offensive, but just that's
going to be an interesting one. But if you've seen the audio, Yamcha gets some not good stuff happens to Yamcha.
The best one, okay, like the little sound bites, like okay, whatever, like they're funny. But the best ones are when like there's music in the background, and it's like two characters. Prepare the special ointment.
Yeah.
Mr. Popo.
The techno rock Dragon Ball Z music.
Yes. Vegeta. Oh my good. God.
I don't think
it's just like it's an animator's dream. Like there's gonna be, I guarantee you there's gonna be animation after animation.
There's gonna be so many like independent artists who make animation with that audio.
When you upload this right now, I bet there's like Google, like
animation. It apparently got 500,000 views on YouTube in a day.
Yeah. No, it's like insane. It reminds me of like an Oni cartoon, except it's fucking real life. It's actually it's real.
So
It's great.
Yeah, it was
surreal.
So funny. But yeah, segueing
Yes.
to,
what were we talking about? No one wants to hear about Wilburgur. Fuck, that's boring.
Yeah. Let's talk about what were some of the first video games that you played that really resonated with you early on?
Obviously Oblivion. I've told this story before, but I almost didn't get it. I heard about a game called, I think it was Fable 2 at the time. This was like 2004, and I was like 13 or 14. And I went into EB Games to get Fable 2. And I like waited in the line, and in front of me was this colossal fat ass.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you like a picture.
What year was this?
2004, 2005.
Okay.
Like I was like 13 or 14.
Oh, so were you playing video games before that?
Yeah. I'm just telling you a story about Oblivion. And this guy had this like big silver cape, and I think it was like the launch day for Fable 2 or Fable 3. I don't know. I don't remember. And I went in to get Fable, and this guy in front of me with the big silver cape bought Fable 2 in front of me. I'm like, oh, hell yeah, everyone's getting Fable. I'm like, copy of Fable, please. And they're like, that guy just bought the last copy. And I remember he like turned at me and smirked at me. This big chungus with a cape. I'll never forget that. And I'm like, fuck.
That's so annoying when that happens.
Yeah.
It happened to me last week with Fire Emblem. I just went into JB Hi-Fi and wanted to
I got it 2 days ago.
Yeah. But apparently they're sold out everywhere.
Yeah, that's
what... I just want a hard copy because I'm just one of those...
No, of course. I was the same. I literally wanted to do the same thing. And they told me, EB told me JB didn't have it, and I went and bought it anyway. Yeah. We're idiots. We should be just getting the digital version.
Yeah, but like, I collect, I'm just old school.
Of course. Anyway, I was like, well, I have all this money. I want a game today because, holidays have started or something. And the guy's like, well, have you heard of this game called Oblivion? Elder Scrolls. And I'm like, no, it looks shit. So I got that, and it was amazing, and I loved it. So,
What exactly about the game? Because I've never played any of the Scrolls.
I think you have to remember, like, at the time, when I'm constantly touching the table, and I feel like it's gonna... I've just realised now. Are you watching the audio go like... Ugh.
No, I'm not watching.
We're even recording?
We are recording.
Thank the gods. Yeah, I think at the time you have to realize, like, there were no games like that. Like Oblivion, that's why it looks so silly now. Because you've come so far with these open world RPGs that the content just looks absolutely autistic.
Yeah.
But at the time there were no, like, highly graphically detailed open world games. So that was very new. So yeah, I loved that.
So mainly the open world. What about the mechanics? Were they really...
At the time, they were good,
Yeah.
But, now they're ancient.
Yeah.
But, like, before that, Morrowind was like... It was like old school D&D. It was like you roll the dice whenever you hit. Like, people who played Morrowind would know.
Yeah, I still want to play Elder Scrolls 4 and 5 one day.
I mean, they're so ancient. Like,
yeah.
I'm very glad that you're getting into Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Because that's 2 years old now. More than 2 years old.
Well, I feel like that's with anything with the gaming community and anime and manga. You're always you're watching, reading, playing games that are currently out at the time, never going back and accessing older media, which is kind of like...
Yeah.
There's obviously positive and negatives about that.
Well, it's like I force myself to do it. It's like reading history. Like you learn things about where we've come.
Yeah.
If you force yourself to do it, you do benefit. But I remember, I'll tell you something. I remember forcing myself to fucking watch Citizen Kane. And I was like, it was like, I didn't, enjoy it. I was bored. And I remember I think I was like 14.
Yeah.
And I was like desperately like thinking like, why is this considered so good? And then it's so obvious at the time. No one had done anything fucking like this. And like there's interviews with Orson Welles about how he just like crazily like innovated shots, like blocking, like pacing, like all the shit that no one had seen before. But now it's just commonplace. So yeah.
It's I don't know, I always try to like I've been watching are
these twists? These twists.
Yeah. We're just fucking weird.
I think that's a well-known thing in Australia. People are going to be like, "Who doesn't drink BB?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just been watching and the Fate series, and even it's like fantasy magic series where it's based on historical characters like King Arthur and characters like that. But there's like a holy grail.
Is King Arthur a real?
Yeah, King Arthur, like from like the 6th or 7th century.
Oh shit! Okay.
But you have masters from the world, and then you have servants who are like King Arthur, who they summon, and then you fight to try and beat the other masters and servants to gain this grail, which grants you a wish, supposedly. But even then, like, that came out in 2004, and no one is watching old content like that anymore. But, there's always positives and negatives with that.
I think, like, I was thinking about this the other day, like, I mean, how do you weigh something? Like, you look at some of these old films and they still hold up well, and it's like, are they timeless?
Yeah.
Or is it that they shaped culture? They're so influential, these films, that they like, or it's just I just think about movies, but it's the same with games or anything.
I think it's with any medium, like music or.
That's the shit to me that's really timeless when they like full on they change the industry, they change the landscape. That's really cool. Well,
yeah, cool. What other games have really impacted you in your life to really make content about video games?
I don't know. Like for me, it was more like I was interested in like comedy. Yeah. Like I started doing radio when I was a teenager. But the games that I loved that I like haven't played on the channel, like Starcraft, that was like one of my first loves. I used to wake up when I was like 12. I used to wake up at like 5 a.m. so I could use the dial-up. It's ancient Australian internet. So I could play online and like still like I'd lag and drop out. And this is like you'd have like 1.7 megabits download speed.
This is like Halo 2 days, like 2004. Oh, before that.
It was like early, like 2000.
Oh wow!
Really, like I must have been like 8 or 10. Or something. Yeah, fucking ancient.
Wow.
Yeah, very very old. What about you? What were your like first games? Were you a big gamer?
Not really. Do you know the first video game I ever played? AFL 2004.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I was,
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. But then I played Halo 2 after that, and I didn't play online, but I loved the campaign so much. It was I still haven't played Halo 4. Still have that.
Oh no! Don't
play it.
Don't fuck it off.
Yeah, but I was, one of those kids.
Did you play Doom?
No, I didn't really like.
Someone has to show it to you. I think.
I didn't.
We were very young.
I was mainly like a sporty guy, but I still.
What are you saying about me?
No, I was like, it just happens. I don't know.
Looking for pussy rather than games.
Kind of, even though I was like 10 at the time.
Sure.
But it was, like, I had a Xbox and PS2, but like I was, conservative.
Do you remember when games became like cool? Do you remember like Call of Duty? How weird that was? Like, it was so surreal. Like I remember seeing like games were like such a fucking stigmatized thing, and then like all of a sudden Call of Duty comes out and it's like all the boys have to have COD, and if you don't have COD you're not cool. And like to me that was such a contrast. That was
so strange. Like, kind of like anime has gone into the sense like that in the last, not as much.
I don't know though. Like I mean, I'd have to like be a kid today. I think about that. Maybe in the US, maybe in America.
But yeah, Call of Duty was definitely like the first series that for video games that was just like it was fine to play. It was like acceptable.
Well, it was just cool. Like you'd hang out and play COD. Like FIFA wasn't like that's another game that sort of had that broad appeal, but it wasn't played by everyone. Was COD like. COD was that?
That was the leather chairs.
I'm sure it was.
So awkward.
This is a leather?
Yeah.
He just farted in this very confined room.
And it's going to stink up the whole
room.
But COD were like, I don't know.
We should talk about. I'd love to talk about, if it's okay with you, like how fandom changes people's perspective on good things. But then we're like, you know, we're delving into this weird objectivism where, like, you know, like how can you identify that a game is objectively good? You can't. I mean,
do you mean like going off someone's opinion?
No, I mean like
you. I mean like watch it after that.
Look at Call of Duty, how it's trash now because it's become so popular. Or like Rick and Morty's the current one, like Pickle Rick and Pickle Rick. Like all that shit ruins it. Like Dragon Ball Z,
like the actual memes.
All the like the fandom ruining people's opinion of something. Yeah. I think you're pretty distant from that, which is good.
Yeah, like I don't know. I try not to read like too into it. I think there's always going to be like negative parts, like haters and fandoms. Like I know the term's so generally used, but the Dragon Ball fandom is definitely really common in that.
Yeah, just like it attracts, I think, a lot of different people.
Yeah.
So
there's so many like different types of like fandoms like that though, with like Simpsons and Star Wars memes.
God, Star Wars is the worst one. I find myself like, you know, jumping on it because I want to hate it.
Yeah.
But you know, they're good films. This is my point. Like
back in the day. Yeah. Not like the new
back
ones.
in the fucking back in the 70s and the 80s. They were great films. But like now, you know, people hate the franchise as a whole because you know,
they've ruined like the consistency of it.
Well, I think it happens with everything. Whatever, they've made some bad films. I mean, like, I think people don't like it because the people who are going to these fucking... Isn't there like a Star Wars Expo, or am I thinking of like Disney Expo?
Yeah, Disney Expo happened, I think, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's so like fucked. The people... and they're like, you know, 20 years older than us.
Do you think a lot of like the hardcore fans or even OG fans don't like how it's been normalized Star Wars to an extent that like it's like it's like common, it's like it's okay to like
there's just no like there's no
kind of like the Marvel movies now in a sense.
Definitely that's the other huge one. That's definitely the big one. That's probably bigger than Star Wars, and that's why a lot of people don't like the Marvel movies, and I would argue some of them are great. Some of them are really good. A lot of them aren't, but some of them are really good.
It's I don't know. I've always just not liked them that much compared to other series. But
you watch crazy fucking. You got me onto fucking the Chimera Ant arc.
In Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
When they adaptate that movie, in like crazy. 2030, that's going to be insane.
That's going to happen. Is that a greenlit deal?
Yeah, I've heard between.
We never know.
You never know, but when Disney buys the rights to everything.
When Disney buys oxygen and water rights.
So you've loved many video games as well, but mainly what about anime or other types of mediums that you've really loved over the years that you love and might want to make on your channel as well in the future?
I think with anime, do you want to talk about that? Like with anime, like I didn't start watching it until I was older because I always I grew up loving like Spielberg stories. Like I love really polished pacing in blockbuster format. Like I think that's like the purest cinema to me. And like as I got older, like that stuff got repeated so much, and like some of it's great and some of it's not. But I got bored. And anime is an avenue to explore content that surprises you. I think. Okay. Like a lot of it.
When did you know anime was anime? Like before cartoons?
Oh no, I grew up watching like Dragon Ball.
Okay.
And like fucking Yu-Gi-Oh, which was trash.
Yeah.
And I think I like Digimon shamefully.
Yeah.
Which is also pretty trash. I rewatched like an episode the other day. I was like, fuck.
I have like one of the VHSs of.
Yeah, no, I saw it. You should show that off.
Yeah, I'll put a picture in the.
Open the video of you like panning down your anime collection so that 50% of your viewers just.
I'll put a picture in the picture. Back in the day, like 2002.
Yeah, but like I just got bored with a lot of the same shit. And a lot of Hollywood, especially today, is just repeating the same shit.
That's why I like anime more than watching movies and TV series, because I feel like the Hollywood brand is so forced now. It's not really natural. Yeah. It's the directors are not getting the chance to really direct stuff that they really...
Original content.
It's not like... They're getting pulled back a bit in a sense.
There's no original content.
Yeah. And that's why I feel there's always something new in anime to explore.
Yeah. My biggest problem with anime, though, is that it's so contrasting to Hollywood films. Like, the scripts are so fucky. Like, a lot of the dialogue's garbage. A lot of the way... And I feel like I might be generalizing, but definitely in what I've seen, and I feel like I've watched a lot of the popular animes, but that doesn't matter.
No, but you've watched good series as well, like Hunter,
like even some of the best ones, like Full Metal Alchemist, Death Note. There's these moments of just autistic dialogue. But you have to be able to, to someone who doesn't watch anime, they won't be watching this video. There's no way.
Yeah.
But just try and look past that. Try and, it's the same with anything. Like, you got to look at its merits. And I think, Death Note, to me, I haven't seen anything earlier than Death Note that invented that, anxiety-ridden inner monologue. Yeah. I hadn't seen that in anything. I loved that. I've the only thing I've read that in is, in books. Yeah. I've never seen that on TV or film.
Have you seen Neon Genesis Evangelion?
I have, yeah. Yeah, I loved that. The concepts. Yeah. That's why you watch it.
Yeah. And End of Evangelion as well.
No!
You've seen that,
I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, you need to watch that because they run out of...
honestly.
Their budget ran out pretty much in 1995, so they had to wait a few months.
I thought the finale, and I still haven't watched it, I thought the finale was the weird fucking surrealist episode where they're just all talking to the camera.
Yeah, it's
and
still
white background. To me, is that not the finale?
It is it's the same monologues, but then they have end of Evangelion to really flesh out the meanings of that pretty much.
Okay.
They've
just got to.
I think End of Evangelion is just... I reckon it's the best anime movie
it's the best.
of all time, yeah.
Okay. Then I need to watch that. I can't believe I stopped on, the retarded episode. Yeah. But no, I need to watch that.
Yeah. I think a lot of the fandom, they either think the ending's trash from that, but then don't watch...
After they watch Evangelion?
After they watch... Or even if they don't know about End of Evangelion. Netflix have purchased the rights for Evangelion going on Netflix, but End of Evangelion isn't even on there. It's and you have all these...
It's going to be the same thing that happened to me.
All these new fans going into the series.
But when you get I think 10 episodes is when you get 10 episodes into something, you appreciate it regardless.
Yeah.
Like Game of Thrones. It doesn't matter if the ending's trash. You're still going to appreciate it.
Definitely. There's a level of aesthetic to it.
God damn. That shit shocked me.
Yeah.
Evangelion was one of the first things I watched.
Yeah.
And that shit, the Neo Tokyo show, I'm thinking of Akira.
Yeah.
It's similar concept. The flipped city underneath. Yeah. When they go on the rail, I was like, this is so conceptually unique.
Yeah, and advanced for the time.
You just don't see that shit in Hollywood at all, ever. And if you're bored of Marvel films, watch anime. Break your anime virginity.
I think a lot of people will be watching this on anime. But I'm
probably going to get ridiculed for saying that a lot of the dialogue's bad.
Yeah, gotta prepare for that. But
that's fine. I don't mind. I feel like that's very fair. I feel like people would agree.
You're very big into movies, film critiques, but what have been your main films that have really resonated with you or you've absolutely loved over the years?
Yeah, I think everyone remembers the magical moment. It sounds I sound like a fucking I feel like one of these dickheads at the Oscars who gives some pretentious speech.
No,
but it's to me it's very true.
Are you more of a film junkie
than games.
Than gaming,
than games, than anime. I love movies.
Yeah.
But everyone has like that magical moment where like I think I don't know, it reaches
a film
you
just
and
takes you to like an inner feeling.
And it's gotta I think, I mean, people might disagree and hopefully they can, but I think for most people it happens when you're a kid. It happens when you're a kid, and there's always like there's always one film or two films that stand out.
Yeah.
And to me, it was Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
Like my dad's Canadian, like he like loves all that North American culture. And like he used to, and I'm so grateful for this, and he's probably like part of the reason why I fucking do YouTube videos.
Yeah.
He's to blame. He used to play Raiders on like DVD or VHS, and like we had a really good sound system at home, and he'd like blast it really loud. And like for me, sound is a huge thing for me. So yeah, like I just remember that shit, and Star Wars and Empire, but then you have like another defining moment when you get older. Like that was like what made me love movies. But then I remember I was like 15 or 16, and I watched Space Odyssey, and it just like completely shifted what movies were. It completely like flipped what movies could be for me. So, and then I fell in love with Kubrick and watched all his films. So yeah.
When did you start to analyze films to an extent?
Well, you do it when you rewatch things, I think. Like I remember, do you ever watch James Bond?
I saw, I think the first movie like a couple of months ago. But
Dr. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never really been a film guy.
They're ancient.
But I did enjoy the movie. I think it was...
Yeah.
Like the scenes are good. Like the lightheartedness in between the serious scenes were awesome.
It's just iconic. It's iconic.
Yeah.
Like it's like that shit's so inventive. Like is that a word? Like The Incredibles. You seen that? Do you like that film?
Yeah, it's alright.
It's one of my favorite films.
Yeah, I think it's very good. Like,
it's very good.
I'm more of like a Monsters Inc.
Sure, yeah,
but,
sure. Toy Story, yeah, they're all good.
Yeah.
Pixar's incredible, but like Incredibles is a love letter to Goldfinger.
Yeah,
which is a Bond film. I think it's the third Bond film.
Yeah.
And I used to go to my grandma's house, and like she would let me watch films that are a little bit older. And I was like a 6-year-old kid, and I was always like autistically obsessive about stuff that I liked.
Yeah.
So every time I went there, I would rewatch Goldfinger, and I'd stay there like 4 times a year from the ages of like 4 to like I was old, like right up to like 15. So I worked out I watched it like something like, I don't know, 50 times or something. So I can like quote the whole film. Yeah. So
it's insane.
That was probably when you rewatch stuff is when you start like thinking about shit.
Do you plan to start up a second channel related to
Everyone says this.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, it'd be so much time.
Yeah.
And it probably wouldn't take off. Because it's like, I have a lot to say and I'm passionate about it, but unfortunately, like that doesn't always translate to
definitely
content.
for YouTube.
Woo!
Like to an extent.
With film analysis and like this shit that we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Like this, like there was a fly going around the room, and I'm like, dude, just film the fly and have me sitting here in silence, and that'll get way more views than like a podcast. Because like everyone does this shit now.
Yeah, I know, definitely. But I just like react.
No, it's fun and
episodes because like they get views.
No, of course, and like I haven't seen you in a while, so it's good to hang out. Yeah. It's good to chat, and I love talking about this shit.
Yeah,
but like. It's the same thing with Hollywood. Like when people see the same shit again and again, they just get bored. So I need to find a unique approach.
And companies like Disney, they've just run out of ideas.
I think so. It's fascinating, actually.
There's just live action movies, and I think it takes the times. Like even The Lion King was copied back in the day.
Yeah, Akimbo or whatever.
Yeah, the creator of. I've just forgotten. Astro Boy, sorry.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, so it was Kimber the Lion. Massive revelation that no one knows about. But they're just such a like conglomerate. They have like a monopoly on the whole oligopoly, probably, but on the scene. But no one can really like just go to court against Disney like a creator like that.
But it's a tough one because like there's so much is influenced. Like Incredibles, for example.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that's one of my favorite films, but like it is like the score especially. Like I love music in films. Like that's part of the natural process, I think. But yeah, there is a fine line between like what's a rip-off and especially when something becomes wildly successful and it's based off something that didn't become successful. I mean, it's gotta hurt if you're the original creator. But like, I don't know. I would argue like making something work well is an art in itself. Like refining something, and I think this is what Americans do really well. Like refining a script, like polishing a script, polishing dialogue. Like I think that's like such an art, and that's like such like. But it's different because Japanese culture, they're not colloquial. They don't have this informal dialogue. So maybe there's a different expectation on what constitutes like a nuanced flow of a script or dialogue or conversation or like character dynamic or conversation.
Definitely, because like everything's written the other way around compared to English.
It's straight to the point as well. It's very like
robotic. But they're still very casual the way they speak. Transcending. Is that
shit. Should you put LSD in my VB?
Maybe.
Oh shit. Here we go.
Maybe talk about what it was like to work with people like Max and Idubbz.
I've never worked with them. You know, they do their own thing, but they're lovely friends, and I'm super grateful to them. You know, like I was a pretty retarded kid. You know, I'm like 2 years old.
Yeah.
So I just like I don't know. I was different. I had like an inflated ego, and they kind of like. Brought me down to reality, and I'll always respect them for that and love them for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Max is beautiful, and hopefully I'll see him next month.
Yeah.
At PAX.
But you were never in any of the like cake videos.
No. I mean, but why would I? Like, what the fuck would I do? Definitely. You know, like what? I'd never asked to do that, or I'd never want to intrude on that. Yeah. It'd just be out of place.
Definitely.
But I remember like. Me and Ian we're into Rocket League. So we did a Rocket League video just because like it was fun.
Yeah.
But that's like ancient. I think that has like 2,000 views. Me and Idubbz playing fucking Rocket League. But another era. Like if you listen to me, like I sound very different.
But what was it like going to LA or or was it Las Vegas you went to?
No, it was LA. You're thinking of the tech conference.
Whatever
it's called. So it was amazing. It was probably one of the most eye-opening moments of my life. And it's funny because it's probably just standard for them, you know. And like a lot of, like they were talking about, I remember like Dan Bull and Max. Dan Bull was a really cool guy. Check him out. He does like hip-hop videos, rap videos with gaming. Like they were talking about how like, you know, it was so boring and monotonous being there and how like they needed to be incentivized to be there, if you know what I mean. Like, and I was like, you know, I think I was 21 at the time. So I just relished the experience. So
definitely. And you would have met many gaming producers or more like PR people.
Everybody. Like I met and like I wasn't a fan of Game Grumps, and now I am massively, especially like the older era. Not that the new era is not good; it's just not my thing. I like the more like crazy John stuff, and I'm a big fan of John. But like I was at Ross's birthday party because him and Max were like acquaintances or like reasonably good friends, and Ross is like, I'm having a party. You may as well come. And Max is like, I'm with these guys. Can they come too? So we went to this party and Max is telling me like, you know, these guys are like huge YouTubers, and I just had no fucking clue. I had no idea. But there's a lot of that as well.
Yeah.
Like there's probably a lot of YouTubers, like you tell me about anime YouTubers. I probably
don't know.
Idea.
I have no idea like who you just talked about.
Sure. But
there's a lot of that.
But like I was like, you know, I was drinking with Ross. I was playing Smash Bros with Ross and just having a good time. And and I think I had this moment. I'm like, this is probably a normal thing for people.
Yeah.
Like most people probably think this way, but they're all just people. Like they're not, crazy, unique or
definitely
geniuses. They're all just, I mean, maybe they are, but they're all just,
sometimes very
normal
different
people.
how portrayed on camera.
I think, I don't know. I think I was like,
depending on
I was
the
just a
person.
dumb kid, and I
Yeah.
thought, people. I thought of these celebrities as like another level, which is so stupid. And I don't think most people think that way. I think I was an idiot. But
You're being way too
critical.
Yeah, definitely. I reckon.
Yeah. No, it's. I think it's important. It's funny because I never used to be, and then as soon as I started being self-critical, then I started getting views. It's weird. It's ironic. So
yeah. What are your plans for your channel for the future?
Bruh.
Just keep as it is going, or
I want to play some more Elder Scrolls game. Oh shit, I've played them all. Fuck.
Yeah.
I want to do a big Skyrim finale. I think I've had some good episodes and I want to wrap it up. So I want to do like a video talking about mods and be like, we're going to finish the series, and then I can take a break, work on something that I like.
Yeah.
I want to do like an Oblivion anime as well. I don't know if I want to tell people that, but and then other than that, just trying shit. There's a new Zelda game coming out end of this month.
Definitely.
That I'll play. Other than that, just games.
I think always go on the game that's trending. I remember when you uploaded a Kingdom Hearts game when it came out. Always do content like that to an extent.
Yeah, the weeb stuff, I don't know. I think it's got to be like Nintendo weeb.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it doesn't gel with
Square Enix.
No,
not even that.
No. Like it's got to be because like Dragon Quest is like my highest viewed video.
Yeah.
For weeby stuff, but then it's like it makes me think like maybe it's just title and thumbnail. Maybe it's got nothing to do with the content.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't fucking know. I have no idea.
That's strange.
I'm playing Fire Emblem right now. I'm trying it out, and I'm like, I wouldn't try to make a video out of that. It'd be stressful because I'd be like, how do I? And when you overthink shit, that's when it just fails. So yeah,
I think you could definitely do that.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Expand your audience to an extent.
Yeah. No, I want to. I mean, I'm obsessed with Dune. The film, and I've spoken about this, so I don't want to, people will be like, fuck, watching this. And I'd love to do videos on that, but like we were saying before, what the fuck would I do? Do
you ever feel like you would actually break away from your normal trend of making videos, like analyze Dune in a certain type of way?
Nah. I'd love to tell you what I'd love to do. I mean, I'd love to do everything. Yeah. But probably like more TV show shit. Yeah. Like I was so relieved when Skyrim did well. Like I was like so grateful. Like thank you for anyone who's watched Skyrim. Like that's insane. Like that was so formulaic in that it was like structured like a TV show.
Yeah.
Like, Hunter x Hunter. So. Definitely.
Yeah. How do you think just with the new Starcraft game that's coming out with Bethesda. What's it called? The new game?
What the fuck?
Starfield. Starfield, sorry. How do you think Bethesda is going to go in the next few years?
That's terrifying. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I love Bethesda, but I don't fucking know. Yeah. It's up to them. They've got to make a good game.
Yeah.
It's got to be fun. That's the problem, I think. Like, a lot of people love Fallout 4, but to me, I don't think it was that fun.
Yeah. For like OGs of the series, definitely, I can understand that.
Yeah, like it's an original property.
Yeah.
So they've got to have something iconic off the bat.
Yeah.
Like, not just like the ideas, because, they love sci-fi.
But when's Elder Scrolls 7?
I don't know.
6 or 6?
6.
Yeah. Probably 2021.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I think Starfield might be first. But they did this thing that they've never done before at E3. They announced them both without any gameplay footage or without any like solid info. And like Bethesda's normally really good. They do this, which is like a smart PR move where you announce something like a year or 6 months before it's happening. Like that's I think it's a very solid formula.
But even like 76 was only announced like at the E3 like that year, and it was released in November or like the last year.
Yeah, I think that's
pretty close.
Yeah, it's good for marketing, and the marketing was probably a successful campaign. But if the game's bad,
definitely,
that's gonna fuck shit up.
I think still they've been able to capitalize off it though. Like Todd Howard, like interview with Elon Musk, and it's still, I think it still has popularity for online, just playing with your friends.
We're getting back to that dumb fucking fandom shit. Do you play? Are you?
No. I stopped. Dude, I don't know why I pre-ordered it. Worst mistake I ever made.
Silly. It's just like they have these legendary games, and the game that you decide to pre-order is the bad one.
It's because I loved Fallout 4 so much,
you like Fallout?
And I didn't play New Vegas or 3. So I was just expecting 76 was at least to be half as good as 4.
I was hoping. I was telling my friends, we'll play this game together. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got to... Because this is what people like... I'm sure a lot of people know this, but this is what some people don't get. Like, they probably make far more revenue in microtransactions than they would in actual sales of any game.
Yeah.
Which is like... I mean, that's baffling. That's a lot of money.
Like... It sucks with like massive fans of Rockstar series like Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead Redemption, that there's only been 2 games that have come out since 2013 because Take-Two is the parent company, and so Rockstar has to meet their quota of making sales, and the best way to do that is through online, besides like initial release date of the big games.
Yeah, everyone's hoping there'll be like it's like what people say about Marvel films, like one day the audience will wake up, like what happened to Western films in like the 70s, right? Everyone's hoping that consumers will wake up and be like, microtransactions suck. But I don't think it's going to be that, I think that fast. Yeah. It'll happen slowly through attrition. And that's why Nintendo is probably the best dev right now. Yeah. Because they're fucking making good games.
And it's just, they're doing everything right. I think really there needs to be like a gaming renaissance for like Xbox and PS4.
Well, there will be once the money starts to go down, but I don't think it's not going to be sudden. It's going to be slow through attrition. Yeah.
When people realize like microtransactions,
people are fucking dumb. They'll sorry, like people, it'll just be very slow. It'll be very slow. Sadly,
definitely. Anyway, do we need to talk about anything else on the?
No. I'm glad you enjoyed Breath of the Wild. Yeah. That's fucking epic.
It is. I haven't enjoyed a game this much since Breath of the Wild in so long. Like,
it's fun. I mean, that's the thing,
Yeah, so much to do. Yeah. Mechanics are great. Aesthetics are great, There's so much to do in it.
There's like a tiny intro cinematic that you can skip. Yeah. And then it's just like you wake up naked in a room and you go. And that's like the dream, Yeah. That's epic.
Have you been into the Persona series?
No. I'd love to. I was gonna either do that or Fire Emblem, but I like sitting in bed playing on my Switch.
Definitely. I was just doing that this morning. I found there's so many like similarities between what I found. I wanted to get into Fire Emblem, where in comparison with Persona, but apparently they're similar but also very different in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I think Persona's like 5 has been overwhelmingly successful. Yeah. So I probably, but again, it's like old now. I think it's like 2016, whilst Three Houses is a little bit more recent. So
just last month. Awesome. Thanks for coming in. The first, probably just call it Untitled podcast until a name comes with interviews, but
I hope it's not the only podcast.
Yeah, no, I've got another interview coming in a couple of weeks, so it's going to be a big, it's going to be interview.
My first Sona.
Yeah, my first Sona. So, there'll be
Autism Cat.
There'll be more interviews on the way, and I'm looking forward to that. And just thanks for coming by the crib.
No, dude, I'm excited for PAX.
It's going to be great PAX, and can't wait for it. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.